Well, here we go. A Groomer's Take on January 6th, the 1st of 2021. And it's not like there's anything else going on in the world right now. Yikes. So yeah, last night, Canada lost yet again to the United States in a gold medal game. I believe that's 4 in a row. Yeah. It was not even a very fun game to watch. I think the States did exactly what they needed to do. They limited high-scoring chances, and when we had a chance, it didn't go. Hit a post. Spencer Knight is absolute legit. It's too bad they're paying Bobrovsky, or he's going to be on their cap for the next 48 years. But they have something special down in Florida for Spencer Knight. They should look forward to that. In the words of an broadcaster, get excited, Florida. You know who should also be excited is the Colorado Avalanche with Bowen Byram. He was definitely the best player on the ice last night. It's too bad it came in a loss, but, you know, a tip in and then a bad bounce, and then they pretty much shut us down. I love watching it. I mean, I could go on about some players that didn't have very good games, or didn't have a good game last night, or didn't have a very good tournament. But these guys are 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. And what's the point? They make our lives better over the holiday, having some good hockey to watch, and that's what they did. Hats off to the States. They got a lot of talent there. Not a lot of class, but a lot of talent. I'll leave it at that. Look forward to next year already. Something we can really look forward to is the NHL season is just a week away. I really haven't been paying attention to it. It coming back, there's so much going on, but once it comes back, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. A lot of sacrifice on the line for a lot of these teams, a lot of these players, a lot of these families, but I look forward to having hockey back. I also look forward to some fantasy hockey coming back. Now, if you don't know, I started this whole YouTube channel because I was doing podcasts / vlogs for my GDHL, Gentlemen's Dynasty Hockey League, that I'm part of for the last 5 years. And I was putting out little podcast vlogs for them, talking about trades, talking about free agency, talking about matchups. And I was posting them to Facebook, and then I got a little info from a buddy that said just put them on YouTube. It's a lot easier. And then this ball started rolling. So I am going to continue posting those videos on here once hockey is back. If you're a hockey fan or a fantasy sports fan and you want to know what's going on in some of these dynasty leagues, tune in. But they will be here on the channel. And also, if the podcast gets going again with the boys, they do live on the other side of the country now, and we don't live together, but we'll figure it out once the season comes back, and I can post some information on here if anyone wants to listen to those podcasts too. But hockey's back in a week. I'm going to dive into it a bit more. Moving forward in the next few days, maybe look at some Canadian teams, what's going on with them, and of course especially the Leafs, what to look forward to, what we like, what we don't like, but it's going to be really good, can't wait, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of looking forward to something, because you know it is pretty cool, that there is 6 football games this weekend, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and they're all on TV. Well, it didn't matter because, you know, red zone. Let's go. But hey, playoffs are here. Football. Let's get something going here. Let's pick it up a little bit. Saturday, we have the Colts at the Bills. The Bills are favored by 6.5. You know, you got the weather outside in Buffalo. Indy plays indoors. I think that actually will be a factor. You have Buffalo's defense really, really good, and you have a really good defense in Indy. A better running defense in Indy. And, you know, the Bills don't really rely on their running game, but it is there because they have Josh Allen who can throw and he can run a little bit. So it's going to be a bit of a balance for Indy to try and to deal with. I think the Bills will win this game in the end. I think they're the better team. I think, you know, Phillip Rivers, I don't know. Still hard to trust him. Last week they had Jacoby Brissett coming in, coming out. I think the Bills' defense is going to step up, and I actually think they could cover the 6.5 points. The biggest threat that Indy has for them is, as an offense, is Jonathan Taylor in the backfield with Nyheim Hines. Like, yeah, Taylor's really good, but I don't think he's going to be good enough. He's going to have to really stand out for the Colts to win this game, and I just don't see it happening. The Rams at Seahawks. The spread's 3.5, and like this has been really weird because with the Rams you think they're really good and then they don't show up. More specifically, Jared Goff, like what's going on? And same with Seattle. Like Russell Wilson can be Russell Wilson. He has a lot of weapons to throw to, but in the last few games they haven't been putting up much points at all. Very little offense. But what they have really improved on in Seattle is the defense. They haven't been playing a lot of really high offensive teams, but the defense has been doing well enough to keep these teams under 20 points, and they could do it against the Rams. I'm looking for a big under here on this one. Of course, the crowd's not going to come into play, but I think it could be a war. I think it could go either way. In the end, I won't even tell you who I think is going to win this game. You'll have to turn into GroomersTake on Instagram for mine and Abby's picks on Saturday at some point. But I think this game is going to be really good. I think the running game might be a bigger factor than people think. And, you know, if you're a fan of whatever, enjoy. Rounding out the Saturday games, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road in Washington. They're playing the football team. The spread is -8 for the Bucs right now. And I get that. I do. The Bucs have a lot of different weapons. Evans, Godwin, Brown, Gronk. A lot. Cameron Braid. There's another tight end there I'm missing. Jones in the running game. Fournette in the running game. But Washington's D is pretty good. And if Alex Smith has a pretty decent game, Gibson in the backfield can go. This could also be a lot closer than you think. I think Washington could probably cover this -8. Again, we'll save the pick. I mean, Brady's Brady. He's seen more playoff games than anyone in the world. He's gotten it done, and he can get it done at any point. But I'm really looking forward to this. I've said it over and over again. Blah, blah. I like watching the Washington football team. They could get it done, and I'll be cheering for them, but we'll see. That rounds out the Saturday games. Let's get into the Sunday. Sunday's games are good. All very, very good, kind of, sort of. It's pretty cool that the AFC North has 3 teams representing in the playoffs with that extra wild card. It's really, really cool, and it's starting at 1 o'clock with the Ravens at the Titans, and the Ravens are actually favored by 3.5 points here. They struggled in the middle of the season, but they really turned it on at the end. They won out. They're very lethal. J.K. Dobbins now in the backfield for them. An elite talent. This guy's going to be something. He's kicking Mark Ingram out of the way for now. But now that gives them a bit of a dual threat back there. It could be scary, especially with Lamar Jackson doing what he does. Like, that's 3 guys that can run the ball, and of course Lamar can pass it. And they're going up against Titans D. That's all right. Baltimore's D on the other end, yeah, they're still pretty good, but honestly, it doesn't matter what defense you have if Derrick Henry's the rusher on the other team. This guy's a beast. He just ran for 2,000 yards. Only the 8th guy to ever do it. The Titans are very surprising to me. I mean, I'll always be surprised by Ryan Tannehill with what he's been able to do. It's very impressive. But the Titans have been scratching and clawing. And I don't know about this one. I don't think it's going to be a bit of a repeat from last year, but it's going to be a great game, no doubt. The late afternoon game. Boy, oh boy, Chicago Bears made the playoffs. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. NFC's weak. That's what I take out of it. NFC's pretty weak. But the Bears are visiting the New Orleans Saints. The spread's huge. It's 9.5. And guess what? It should be even more. No, I'm just kidding around. Because Chicago's D is good enough to stop them, especially with COVID running around in the Saints locker room. I'm not sure. Alvin Kamara has a COVID positive, and he's chilling right now, and hopefully by game time, I don't even know if that will be 2 weeks for him, but we'll have to see it. I have no idea what their backfield's going to look like. But even so, the talent that the Saints have will be a bit too much, and mostly that's just with Taysom Hill. I mean, the guy can do it all. Breeze is healthy-ish. He can get it done. It's a high spread. It could go even higher. I like the Bears. I like David Montgomery. I like Allen Robinson. Trubisky looks all right. But I don't know, man. The Saints, they're looking really good. Not even sure if Michael Thomas is going to play, but at this point, he hasn't played so much this season, and they've continued to win, so who really cares about that? It's going to be a tough one down in New Orleans for the Bears. Okay. This is going way too long for a YouTube video. Sunday night, you know where I'll be. Maybe right there, maybe in that room. But it's the Browns. They did it. I love how excited they were. They beat the Steelers' second team on Sunday to make the playoffs. You won by 2 points or whatever it was. Relax. The spread is 6 for the Steelers. The Steelers have been absolute crap in the last month and a half or so. Not too worried though. I'm not too worried right now with this Browns team. They have a lot of talent. I think if the Browns win, it's going to be because of their running game. The Steelers are without Devin Bush and Bud Dupree. It's huge on the defensive side. And the running game for the Browns could take off. Nick Chubb is a monster. And then with Kareem Hunt, okay, give me a little break. Kareem Hunt goes in and he's very, very good too. Do I see the running game for the Browns being the difference? No, I don't. No, I don't see it there, even though the Steelers do not have a running game at all. I think they could pull this one out. Hey, wide receivers for the Steelers, hold on to the football. Thanks. It'll be fun. 8:15 Sunday night. Monday morning might be rough. Let's end this just on a quick little thing about what the heck's going on with the Raptors. Whoa. This season could tell us a lot. There's not a lot of skill there right now, and it's tough to watch. I've never been a huge basketball fan, but I'm watching more and more now because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. There's a lot of competition, a lot more competition out there. I love watching LeBron. Who doesn't? But the Lakers are very intriguing. That whole LA matchup could be really fun to watch as the season goes. But oh boy, the Raptors need to figure something out. That's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.